Hey everyone, good evening. Good evening and welcome back to another ASMR video. This is Auntie Q, and tonight I just need to make this video a little bit on the shorter side. I am in Connecticut tonight, working one of those good old leanovers, which just means that I do not have a whole lot of time here at the hotel. I have enough time to take something of a nap, but not actually a sleep, like a night of sleep. And so this video is probably going to be maybe like 15 minutes long. I do have leanovers, 3 of them in a row. Tonight, tomorrow night, and the night after. So that puts me getting off of work on Saturday morning, Sunday off, and then I go back to flying during the daytime. And I don't mind doing these leanovers as long as I do like a chunk of them and then have at least one day off in between finishing those and starting regular flying again, to give myself time to readjust, because circadian flips are difficult. And I think I had a 3-day. I don't remember where it was to, but I had a 3-day trip that I was supposed to start today. And it was just worth really, really low credit. And I've been doing a lot of 3 days recently, and I'm kind of over it for the moment. I'd like to be at home more with my cats more, and so the leanovers are nice because I'll be at home during the day. In between rotations, so it's fine. And just overall, taking that 3-day trip and breaking it up into 3 leanovers gives me more money overall. And my bids are due tonight for what kind of flying I want to do next month. And the only thing that I want to double check is if there are any Vegas trips on a specific day, because Instagram advertised to me that Deftones are playing in Vegas next month, and I kind of want to go. Like, I just saw them. I was just at their concert in San Diego in October, but I had only ever gotten to see them once before that concert, and they're like one of my favorite bands, and like all my other favorite bands I've seen like 1,000 times, but I only ever saw Deftones once before this past concert, because I feel like they don't really tour that much. So I was like, I kind of do want to go to the Vegas show. But the more I think about it, the more I think that I'm not going to select a bid. Because, like, I don't know. Do I really need to be spending money like that on going to a concert? I don't know. Like, I want to, but I don't know if it makes good financial sense. But I do want to. Maybe after I finish this video. In the couple of minutes before I fall asleep, I might just look to see if there's even any long layovers that I could possibly work on that night. And then I might put in a cheeky little bid for it and then just let the universe decide. Because I'm not gonna go if I'm not working. Because then I'd have to pay for my own hotel and all of that. So I'm not gonna go if I'm not working the trip. But if I just so happen to be able to be in Vegas that night, and if I'm being paid to be there, then it's like the ticket kind of pays for itself, doesn't it? I don't know. I will think about it. Everything else that I put in my flight attendant schedule bid is pretty much like until further notice. Like, I'd like to, at the moment, I'm trying to keep my weekends off. That's something new that I've been doing. It really doesn't matter what days I have off because, I mean, I don't really have anything else that I plan to do on specific days outside of work. I had asked for weekends off in February just to see if I could. And then sometimes, occasionally there'll be a fun trip that pops up on the weekends. So I guess I just wanted to leave the option open for myself to pick things up on the weekends. But so far that hasn't been relevant because I was able to hold off I think 3 out of 4 weekends this month. And so far nothing that I really want to work has popped up. But I already won't be working this weekend because I will be keeping that day off to rest and ease my way through the circadian flip before I go back to day flying once I wrap up these leanovers. And I also won't be working next weekend because I'm going to at least one comedy show, possibly 2. I'm definitely going to see Andrew Santino, and I might go see Shane Gillis. So it doesn't really matter that much to me after all if I can keep the weekends off, as it turns out. Because, yeah, I mean, right now in Minneapolis, there's not a lot of trips that are uncovered and just freely available to be picked up. Used to be, before we hired more flight attendants, that you could always find something kind of fun at the last minute, like an international trip would pop up, and if you had the days available you could just freely go and take it. And I would kind of screw myself a little bit because I would always pack my schedule as soon as it came out. And then as soon as there would be something that I did want to work, I couldn't work it because I was already working. But that's less of a consideration now because we've hired a lot and we are going to get a couple hundred more flight attendants in Minneapolis. So the availability to just pick things up is going to continue to decrease, which is good for the operation. situation, because obviously the goal would be to have no trips uncovered, but I don't know. It's nice to be able to have trips that people aren't working, because then you can trade them against trips that you are working, and that helps you to be able to move your schedule around and provides you with some flexibility. But like it brings me back to what I was saying about not really having anything that I do on specific days that I'm not at work. Like, the flexibility as far as wanting certain days off is kind of irrelevant, because like, I don't really need specific days off. It's just nice to be able to scooch things around. It's not something that I need to do every single month, but if something pops up, like, oh, I want to go to this event, or there's this trip that I want to work and it's on days that I'm already working, so let me trade off those days and move some things around. That's always nice. The flexibility that I get with this job is one of my favorite features about it. But I'm gonna try to go to sleep now. I slept like basically all day today. Not basically, I mean, I literally slept all day today to try to set myself up for success. Like, that was my strategy in my brain when I was going into these back-to-back leanovers. Was last night I stayed up a little bit late, not super late, but I stayed up a little bit late. That way I could sleep through basically all day today, because I didn't have to go to work until 6:53 p.m., which means I didn't need to be getting ready for work until 4:53 p.m. So then I slept in late, and then after I woke up, I kind of just like tried to make myself go back to bed, and I kind of was awake for a little bit, and then I took a few naps, and I managed to stay like pretty unconscious for most of the day until I needed to get up for work. And that way I'm not super tired right now, because I only have like 4 hours available for me to try to sleep tonight. And I can totally do 4 hours of sleep a night. That's fine for me. It's not like endlessly sustainable. Eventually I do need to get more sleep, but I can comfortably do like 4 to 5 hours of sleep per night for a good while before it really starts to like get to me. And that's the goal, is to go to sleep right now. Get like 4 hours of sleep. Not have to take a nap tomorrow, because tomorrow I would like to do some laundry and clean the house a little bit and do some plant chores, go back to work in the evening, sleep at the hotel, come back home the day after, stay awake all day again, doing my thing, whatever it is I need to get done, go back to work that night, get off work on Saturday morning, and then I'll have the whole day of Saturday and Sunday off. And ideally I'll be able to stick to that without having to take naps for the next upcoming days. We'll see how it goes, but this video is about to be at the 15-minute mark, so I'm gonna cut it so I can go get my short little sleep. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I really appreciate all the support on my last video, by the way. I really enjoyed that video. I loved the way that turned out. Sorry for the break. I know that a couple of you were actually kind of worried about me because of all the stuff that's been in the news regarding aviation recently. That's incredibly sweet of you. None of that has impacted me directly, but I appreciate that you were thinking about me, and I definitely did not